we have put out his tall decaf coffee, his morning bun, which he liked every morning, and the newspaper.
Every day, Sergeant Tim Chapin sat in this chair, and every year on this day, it's empty in his honor. Ed Provost was the manager during the 2.5 years that Chapin frequented the Starbucks location, and his customer became a close friend.
He loved to banter. We would go at it all the time, and it was like always try to get one up on each other.
Provost remembers a back and forth they had about a spare tire in the store parking lot.
And we were going at each other. You know, you're a public servant. When are you going to go pick this thing up? And finally, he was in here with all his guys, and I just said, you know what? I went out into the parking lot, picked up the tire, and put it next to his police car.
Provost isn't alone in his anniversary traditions. Tim Carroll was an assistant police chief when Chapin died and was also his former brother-in-law. He was on scene minutes after Chapin was shot and stops by to reflect there every year. He told me what it was like when he first arrived that day 5 years ago.
I saw an officer down, and one of the officers, Mark Easley, was actually talking and rubbing Tim's back or the officer's back. So I was thinking, we're waiting on another ambulance. You know, he's alert. And then I got to the side of him, and I knew what had happened. And of course, I saw it was Tim.
For Carroll, it's not just anniversaries that remind him of Chapin.
There's diagonal blue lines across 153 that go towards the entrance of the cemetery where he's buried, and they're starting to fade. But you know, I go home that way every day. When I see those yellow lines, I know where he's buried, and you know, automatically look at it. So every time I see those lines, I think of Tim.